Hello everyone, it's Silly Goose, and today I want to talk about the current situation that's going on in the Dandy's World community. Um, I'm sure some of you have heard that there is some controversy going on about Quover and about the Blush Crunch Studios. Um, there was this whole thing that broke out where Quover had done some very questionable things to people, to her own staff members, and other things. Um, but I mainly want to focus on Quover's response that she just gave us about 2 days ago, I believe. Um, I want to just talk about that. So, about 2 days ago, Quover gave out an official statement from her supposed apology. I just want to point out here that if you notice on this picture here that she did not tag everyone. So this was a silent post. It's interesting. I mean, you think she would have tagged everybody, but she didn't. Instead, she just put it there and just said, "Here, read it, guys, if you want." um. Anyways, so this video is not scripted. I'm not reading off a script. I am literally improving. So if I say stuff or I stutter or I'm repeating myself, I apologize. It's kind of like a late video. But yeah, I'm going to put timestamps. I'm going to be reading Quover's response. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the update that's coming out today. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about what Joey Sticks, I think is how you say their name, the president of the Blush Crunch Studios, said in a post this morning, I believe. And then I'll wrap up the video. Like I said, I'll put timestamps down below, so if you guys want to skip to a certain part of the video, you can. So I'm going to try to keep the video short, guys. I promise. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to be reading in sections. This is for the Quover response. I'm going to read in sections here. I'll start reading like one section, and then I'll stop, kind of give my opinion, and then just keep going. You guys get it. Okay. Hey guys, it's Qwel. Let me start off by saying thank you for your patience. Even the occasional words of support during the last few weeks has meant more to me and the team than you can imagine. Until now, I have remained quiet about the situation and the troubling circumstances, and I owe you all an explanation for that silence. This is painful to write, but the community deserves to hear from me directly in my own words. Okay, I want to start off by saying, why did she address it with, "Hey guys, it's Qwel, ... Why did we need the ... What is the ... for? Like, I'm so confused. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Is that supposed to be like her being sad? Is that supposed to make us feel sad? Like, I'm confused. I'm confused by this whole thing, honestly. Okay, she also says this. She goes, this is painful to write. I doubt that. I don't really think this is painful for you to write. In fact, this looks like... honestly, I've read the whole response. It looks like ChatGPT wrote this out. Did not feel like she wrote it out. But let's continue on to the next section. A lot has been said about me over the past several weeks, and most of it has been painful in ways I'm still processing. I know some have criticized and even attacked my silence as an avoidance or an answer of its own. It was not. I felt a matter this serious deserved more than a reaction written in the heat of the moment without all the facts, and I was not willing to say something I had thought through carefully, as I am processed my own trauma. I've taken the time I need to steady myself, talk to my team, meet with a professional, and work with the proper authorities to handle this to the best of my ability. The situation is not the kind of thing I'd ever want to rush into, but as I said, you all deserve the truth, plainly, in my own words, so here it is. Okay, yes, this is true. There are some people that have attacked her silence as avoidance, or the fact that she was guilty and stuff. Even I thought that at one point. I thought that she was guilty since she refused to respond, especially since there is a leaked photo of Quover having a conversation with Rock Serpent saying, if we get exposed for this, we never respond, we just stay silent, we just endure and move on, right? So after seeing that, I just assumed that our chances of getting Quover to respond or say anything were zero. I honestly didn't think she was going to say anything. I thought she was just going to be silent about the whole thing. But, hey, I was proven wrong. We all were. So she also talks about processing her own trauma. So just right off the bat, she's kind of making this post about herself, talking about, oh, my trauma and what happened to me This isn't really about her. This is about the victims. This is about the people that she's screwed over, the people she's manipulated, the people she's tricked, people she's lied to. So I'm not really sure why she's talking about, oh, my own trauma. Like, okay, what about the trauma of the people that you've hurt? What about their trauma? Do you care about that? Anyways, and then she talks about meeting with professionals, working with proper authorities, which the whole proper authorities things confirms the fact that she did send cease and desist letters. Although she's not, like, fully engaging talking about it. Let's move on to the next section. When I was around 14, when I first got involved with online spaces where all this began, I was a kid. Like a lot of kids who find their friends on the internet, I trusted quickly. I trusted some people who had not earned it. During a vulnerable stretch of those early years, someone stepped into my life, worked his way into my trust. I was 15 or 16 at the time, believed he was a friend. For a long time, I had no reason to think otherwise. We spent a lot of time together. Okay, again, she's just kind of talking about her own personal stuff. Again, this is really just irrelevant. Like, I kind of wish she would just address the current allegations about her and not talk about something that was in the past. You know, like, I kind of wish she would just talk about what's currently going on. But whatever. And again, guys, she's just kind of venting about her life. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you, but this isn't about you. This is about the people that you hurt. I want to walk through what came next carefully because the timeline matters and I want you all to have it right. Before I share, this is painfully triggering for me and might be for others who share a similar experience, so consider my warning to everyone in advance. Okay, it's funny how she said this is painfully triggering for me and might be for others who have shared a similar experience when she knows dang well that there are people out there that have talked about her and these are the victims themselves, and she knows that this is probably traumatizing for them or even triggering them, like, you know, like PTSD. And she's acting like, oh, this only applies to me. Oh, if it does apply to you, then I'm sorry, I guess. You know, like, there's not really any sincerity in her words here, you know. In August of 2024, I was shown a drawing this person had made years earlier that depicted fictional characters. I was disgusted, horrified. However, this person had an explanation. He said he was been peer pressured into drawing it and that it had been used against him since. In that moment, I had nothing weighed against his word and certainly didn't have the tools to truly process the scope of it all. This was supposed to be my friend. He had convinced me that it was not as it appeared. I didn't have the maturity to realize I was being manipulated. I own that and forever wish I had found the strength to see right through him sooner. Okay, so if she said this is August of 2024, right? This means she would have been a legal adult at the time. So if it's 2024, I'm going to assume that she was probably either 19 or 20 years old. So I feel like maybe she should have had the maturity of knowing that this guy probably wasn't telling the truth and that there was more than what meets the eye to this guy. Especially since she said that she met him back when she was a kid. But I feel like, again, this is just her trying to lie. Especially since I actually heard online from what someone said, or I watched videos and stuff, that Qwel actually was aware of all this stuff before 2024. Actually, in 2021, a lot of people, even the victims themselves, had came to her showing her, saying like, hey, like, this guy, you need to unfriend him, he did something very bad and stuff. So it's crazy here that in this video, she says, oh, in August of 2024, I was shown this. Like, no, girly pop, you were shown this in 2021. That's like 3 whole years later or whatever. And you're still friends with this guy. Like, that, again, she's just lying. Okay, the next section here says, that changed in October 2024. Okay, so like a whole month later or whatever. I was then shown clear, undeniable evidence of what this person had actually done. This was not another drawing that manipulation tactics could excuse. This was a real, ambiguous proof involving an actual person, and there was nothing left to explain away. I found out that morning in October, and by that night I had spoken with him directly, removed him from the game, the company. It was made public the very next day. I did not wait. I did not negotiate. I did not look for a reason to keep him around. The moment I knew, I acted. While the steps taken were definitive and immediate, cutting someone loose is not the same way as switching off the light. He had been woven into years of work. He wove himself into my life, the community, and removing him did not end overnight, emotionally or professionally. There were accounts to secure, assets to transfer, the moderation tools that keep the community safe needed to be placed back into trusted hands. I kept in contact for that purpose and no other. And the moment the handoff was complete, I cut him off entirely. Okay, this is also a lie, because she acts like once a whole month later she found out the truth and then she decided to quote unquote cut him off, when again, guys, this is not true. She knew back in 2021, okay, not 2024, 2021, about what this person had done, and she still acts like she just now found out about it. I also want to point out here that she did not remove him from anything. I mean, she did remove him from the gaming company, but she still kept him as a friend. And they still were talking very much back and forth. Even after everything was transferred over to her, they were still talking. There are screenshots that Rox himself had leaked or shown people that they were still like conversing back and forth, asking each other like to stay safe and how are they, and checking in on each other's stuff. So again, guys, she's just using this to just lie. Again, I don't know why she's lying when there's so much screenshot proof out there to prove that what her statement is wrong. But she's just going to keep relying back on that tactic of, oh, screenshots can be fabricated. Like, no, they really can't. Okay, right here, this next section, she says, I understand that the 2 months between those moments have raised questions for some, and I've seen it said that delay is proof I knew and stay silent. Because it is proof, and you did stay silent. It took you a whole freaking month to finally find out about this. Like, there's a literal picture of her playing Overwatch, okay? When this whole thing broke out about a couple weeks ago. She was playing Overwatch, and someone took a picture of it and posted it. And the second that Qwel saw that someone posted it, she unfriended them. So she was very aware of what was going on and stayed silent about it, and then waited a whole freaking month to drop out a fake apology and then give us all an update. Like, okay, yeah, okay, keep lying. Next section, that is simply not true. The moment I had the full and complete picture of what this person had done, I acted. I did not wait. Again, guys, she did not do any of this. The second that she found out and everything, she continued to stay by their side and support them the whole time. So I don't know why she's saying, I acted, I didn't wait. No, you did. You really did. To suggest anything else to ignore what actually happened, which is hurtful, irresponsible, and simply not the facts. I just want to point out that all the pictures and stuff we've got was from the victims themselves. The victims are the ones who are giving out the evidence, the pictures, the screenshots, everything. Why would they lie about all this? If you're going to the point of sending them a cease and desist letters to shut them up, why would they go to the whole point of making up a fake story about you? Like, if it was for a joke or something, then I feel like at some point the joke would have been dropped, but this is not a joke. You don't just come out with allegations about being abused and other things if it was just a joke. It's not. I feel like this is serious. This is a serious issue. So I don't know why she's acting like, oh, it's just not the facts. It is the facts. It is. You just don't care. Here's the next section. To anyone in this community who was hurt by this person, or by anyone who used a position of trust and authority to cause harm, I am so deeply sorry. I hear you, I believe you, your safety matters more to me than my own comfort or reputation. If you are carrying something heavy from any of this, please reach out to an adult, a professional, or someone you and your family trust. You are not alone, you did nothing to deserve it. I personally have struggled to understand my own trauma while revisiting the situation. I know I will forever struggle with what happened then and the pain I feel as part of this community. As also as a young adult that was manipulated and at the time incapable of processing the impact of what happened to many of us. I want to point something out with the statement. Why does she say was hurt by this person? We all know who this person is. It's Rox Serpent, or Rox if you want to say him. I also want to point out back in the earlier post when she talked about the person, the involving an actual ambiguous proof of involving the actual person. I'm pretty sure that person that was drawn, the inappropriate drawing, I think their name was Gary or something. So again, I don't know why she's not just giving names here. Like, we already know what all this is about. And again, she's being very irrelevant. I don't know why she won't just talk about the main issue here. And right here, she's saying, I'm sorry. Like, if you're sorry, why don't you say sorry to the victims itself? This whole apology should have been to the victims. It's not to the community. We don't want a sorry from you. They want a sorry from you. So I don't know why you're talking to us. And then she says, I hear you, I believe you, and your safety matters more to me than my own comfort or reputation. You don't hear them, because obviously you're sending them cease and desist. You don't believe them. Again, you're sending them cease and desist letters. And their safety obviously does not matter, since you allowed this to happen after people told you multiple times this guy was gutter trash, and you allowed him to stay around and hurt more and more people. So you obviously don't care. And the fact that she knows that the mass majority of her fan base are young children, this could happen to another person if we don't take action now and stop this, you know? That's just disgusting. Especially since she knows that, again, the fan base of hers is kids, and she still allowed this guy around the kids. Like, that is so gross. That is like, there's not even a word for that. Like, there's just, yeah. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. And then she, once again, guys, she's just talking about herself. I personally have struggled with my own trauma revisiting the situation. Like, girl, this is not about you. This is not about you. This drama is not about you. I don't know why she keeps referring to herself. Like, you can go have your own pity party and lick your wounds some other time. This is not about you. This is about the people you hurt. Why won't you just take some friggin' responsibility for that, dude? Okay. And then right here, she says, in the next section, she says, this community and the world we built together has always been a point of everything I do. Every mechanic, every tune exists because my team and I keep showing up for the people who love this game, and that will never stop. More than 100 people work on Dandy's World IP, and millions of you play it. I take that responsibility seriously. I always have and always will. Why is she talking about Dandy's World? What does that have to do with the allegations or the situation here? What does that have to do? What does Dandy's World have to do? That Dandy's World is just a game. That has nothing to do with any of this. I'm so confused. Why are we talking about that? Like, okay, I guess so. The next section says, through all of this, the work has not stopped. Over the past couple of years, I have built a team of trusted professionals to help build Dandy's World. The team has continued to work hard throughout the past few weeks, and nothing is more important to all of us in our community and its safety. Because so much of this rests on me, by doing right by the situation has taken time I would otherwise have spent on the game itself. Our work has continued all the same, and you will be hearing from the studio soon. Okay, again, she's just yapping about her game. She's not even talking about the allegations, about the fact that she sent cease and desist letters, the fact that she has done terrible things to people, including the victims themselves. Why? What is this? This is so irrelevant. We need like a holy irrelevance meme, because like this is irrelevant. None of this has making any sense. Like, I'm so confused. Okay, and then here is another part of the section. I pray that you understand that the stories you may hear or have been reading on social media are not always reliable and may even be outright false. My team and I will continue through proper legal and law enforcement channels so that more of the truth can come out publicly and hopefully bring closure to everyone impacted. We are fighting for the true version of events to be shared with the help of proper professionals. Whoa, okay, so now she's trying to gaslight us and say that all the evidence we've been shown is just lies, and that it's been AI generated, and that it's not true, and that it's fabricated and stuff, which we know that's not true. We know it's all real. And now she's even confirming about the whole cease and desist thing, because she says the proper legal and law enforcement channels, right? She's not directly addressing the fact that she sent cease and desist to the victims, but she is admitting the fact that there are taking legal action for this. Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And then here's the last little bit of it. She says, as the creator of this community, I must own all of this and say I am sorry if I have disappointed anyone along the way. While I will own my shortcomings as a young creator and leader, I know that we now have the right leaders in the world and the right place for Dandy's World team. I'm going to keep building this game and community so that it's worthy of the people in it. Thank you to everyone who stood by me. I don't take it for granted. I won't let you down. Like I said before, I am not perfect, but I try my best from each misstep and give everything I have to you all. And that's the end of it. That is the end of it. Yeah, it was like 2.5 pages. Not even that. Just like 2 pages with like one little bit at the end of it. And again, she has let us down, and she has taken everything for granted. So that is the official statement from Qwel, and if I'm being honest with you guys, this is a crappy apology. This is like the worst apology / worst response of my entire life. I've heard a lot of things. Like, this is just as we might as well just break out the ukulele for her, because like, this is bad. This is a bad response. This is not even her trying. Oh my lord. Okay, so with my opinion on that, to wrap up the video soon, I think that response was terrible, and I hope that Qwel actually gives a actual good apology, but I hope she does it privately this time, and I hope she gives it to the victims themselves, because yeah, that was not good. That was not a good apology or a good response at all. That seemed like absolutely AI generated. We're talking like ChatGPT. That was bad. I just want to say that I am so sorry to all the people who are victims from this. My heart absolutely goes out to you guys. I am so sorry. Like, this is so unfair. None of y'all did anything to deserve this, and now you're getting treated like something someone stepped on because Qwel can't be the grown adult that she claims to be, to just do the right thing and just apologize and just admit that she did something wrong to you guys. I hope and pray that she will eventually just realize that there's nothing worth from doing this, and that she will just come clean and just give you guys the apology and the closure that you guys deserve. If she doesn't do that, then people will forever hate her. Like, they will. I'm telling you. No one's going to forgive her if she continues to act like this. Danny's world is going to just completely go down the drain. Again, like I said before, my heart goes out to you guys. I am so sorry you had to go through this. I hope no one has to go through this. I went through something like this similar once when I was a kid, so I totally understand you guys. I am totally on your side. I always believe the victims. Always, always, always. Because whenever the victims speak out, look what happens. People are always like, oh, if this happened to you or that happened to you, why don't you just speak out? And then you speak out, and then people slander you for it. You know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, you can't win with it. It's like a lose-lose situation. But I believe you guys. I'm absolutely on your side here. And if you don't get closure from Qwel, I am so sorry. I hope that you are able to find peace at some point in your lives, and I hope you guys are able to move on and just live the absolute best life. I hope you guys really are, because this is just terrible. I don't really want to read this whole statement that Joey Sticks wrote on here because this video is already long enough, but I will put the screenshot up here in the video, so if you want to pause and just read it, you can. But I want to talk about one last thing. I want to talk about the update real quick, because I want to wrap the video up. So Qwel posted out, or Qwel, whoever did, someone posted the update last night. Or at least I saw it last night. Someone told me about it. There's an update that's dropping today. It's dropping today for me at 2 p.m., but I know for some people it's dropping at different hours. There is a new update for Danny's World, and they've added a bunch of really actually cool features. Some that's a in-game break room, new and improved settings menu, a spotted auto visualizer, and all Twisted's eyes glow during blackouts. So wow, all of this stuff that they're putting is stuff that we players have been asking for years now, and now all of a sudden with all this drama coming out, they're trying to buy us back with an update. If you still play Danny's World, may I suggest that you don't play it anymore, because they are literally trying to buy us off with an update. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say like, oh, we're just going to sweep under the rug that we just did all this stuff, and yeah, here's an update to shut you up. Guys, do not go and play Danny's World today. Do not go and support this update. They're trying to silence us with an update. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to buy back their player, because look at this. Just look. This is what I checked last night. This is what I saw. The original player count before it boosted back up was like, the player count is dropping. They're just trying to boost their player count again. So please, guys, please, 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 do not support Qwel. Do not buy merchandise from the website. Do not play the game. Don't do anything. Do not support. If you do want to help out as a community, you can go onto here and send like emails and stuff to like Scholastic, Care Bears, and Culturefly, and let them know like they don't need to be supporting Qwel and stuff anymore like that. That's the part we can do as a community. Sorry this video was so long, guys. I was trying to keep it short, but I had to get through everything. I hope I made sense in everything I said. I'm sorry if I kept stuttering or going off topic, but I hope this all made sense, and I hope this all gets resolved soon and gets fixed. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye!